Hi, friends. Welcome to Reading Today. I'm so excited because today we get to start a new book. Our new book is called What Do You Do with a Tale Like This? Some of you have this book at home from your curriculum bag, so you can follow along with me today as I read. Some of you do not have this book because we didn't have enough. So you can choose to click on the PDF version of the story after I read it to you or while I'm reading. It's up to you. But that is there for you if you do not have this book. Our learning goal for today is what do I notice and wonder about what do you do with a tale like this? That's the title of our book. But before we look at our new book, I want to remind us of our other essential question and our focusing question. So our essential question that we've been working on and we'll continue to work on is what can we, Miss Smith, I did not mean to move it over. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. What can we discover about animals' unique features? And in this book, we're going to learn about more unique features. Remember, unique means special. And features are body parts. So we're going to learn more about animals' body parts and what they do with them, what makes them so unique. Our focusing question for the next several lessons, as we read, what do you do with a tale like this? We're going to be looking at how do animals use the same feature in unique ways? So you're going to be learning about how animals use their different body parts, the same body parts, in different ways or special ways, unique ways. Before we start with our book, I wanted to review some things with you that you talked about on Monday, I believe it was, with Mrs. Taima and Mrs. Spears. You learned about some text features, and these are important parts of an informative text. An informative text is one like this book and Seahorses that you just read. It tells facts. It teaches the reader something. So it doesn't tell a story. It tells and teaches facts. So you can learn something new. Well, this book is also an informative text, and you're going to see some text features or some special parts of an informative text. Well, in your book, Seahorses, the seahorse, the shyest fish in the sea, you looked at several text features. So today we're going to review some of those because you might see some of them in our book, What Do You Do with a Tale Like This? So here I have some cards. These cards I will put on your slide so you can look at them. And if you want to print them out or you just want to read over them, you can do that on your own time as well. But I'm going to go over them here. In the book, Seahorse, the shyest fish in the sea, I thought I had it with me. Here it is. In this book, you saw an index. Remember, it was at the back of the book, and it tells topics in the text. Here it is, right here. And the page number where the information on those topics can be found. So this is the index. If I wanted to learn more about babies, I would go to pages 15 through 19. If I wanted to learn about fins, I would go to page 9. It tells us where those topics can be found. You also notice that sometimes the author used text size and location to draw our attention to things that were important. So here they used big text and little text. Sometimes it was at the bottom of the page. Sometimes it was at a different part of the page. And that helped us to see, that information is important. You might also have noticed that some of your words were in a different shape. I know that this part of the book was teaching us about the tiny seahorse and how it's ready to live life on its own as soon as it's born, but we know that it lives in the water. And so the text was in kind of maybe like a wave shape. And so it just showed us that that was important information. Sometimes words are in bold print. And so when we see a word that is in bold print, like this word, hippocampus, we learned that means horse-like sea monster. Well, that shows us new or important words. So a bold printed word is important. We might also see a text box, and it gives extra information like definitions. So this is a text box that was next to a picture, and it told us about how the seahorse curls its tail to go lower in the water, and to rise higher, they uncurl themselves. This one's very important. We see this a lot in books. We saw a lot of these in Seahorse. A label tells about a picture. So this is a picture of the Barber's seahorse. So this label tells us what this picture is. We might also see a heading, and it tells us what a section is about. And so this section here is about ears, and you're going to see this section in our new book, What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? And so a heading just tells us what a whole section is about. Back matter is the pages at the end of the book following the male part that gives us more information. So, I'm sorry, it should say main part. I'll have to fix that in my slides. The pages at the end of the book that are following the main part that gives us more information. So if it gives us more information, it's not a part of the main story or main text, but it's an extra part at the end, and it's called the back matter. And we're going to see that in our book today. You will also see the text style and how the author sometimes might make the color different, or the font, how the letters are formed, how it's different. And it highlights words through color of the text or the type of text that is used. And so it just shows us that that word never right there, ooh, I might need to say that a little louder because it's in all caps. And then jostle a jellyfish. Well, jostle means that I'm going to shake a jellyfish. Ooh, don't do that. And so the author chose to write the words kind of in a zigzag because I don't want to jostle a jellyfish. And then the last one is an asterisk. An asterisk is a symbol to tell the readers to read a note at the bottom of the page. And so this is our next book that we're going to be reading soon, and you will see an asterisk in that book. Well, friends, now that we've gone over our nonfiction or our informative text features, I believe we are ready to read our new book today. I am going to go back to our slides, and I'm going to okay, I am ready now. Let's read our book today. Remember that your goal for today, you are noticing and wondering about the book. What do you do with a tale like this? Whenever we read our book for the very first time, we always notice and wonder. So remember to pick out some details that you notice, that you see or hear, something that you think, ooh, that's important. And you're going to be asking some questions, wondering about the text. So be sure to be thinking about those things as we read today.